the Philadelphia Eagles select Jordan Mailata, tackle, Sydney, Australia.
Your team wasted a 7th-round pick on an Australian who'd never played American football until he was 20. Now he's your franchise left tackle, pancaking his way to a Super Bowl as the best lineman in football. This is Lafoga Jordan Mailata, but the NFL knows him as Jordan Mailata. Jordan grew up in Bankstown, Australia, working-class Samoan neighborhood outside Sydney. Parents came from Samoa. His sister gave him the middle name Jordan after Michael Jordan. And the kid just kept growing and growing. By his teens, he's 6'8", built like a truck, the kind of size you just can't teach. You're big and athletic in Bankstown, you play rugby. Jordan's built for it. Got the size, got the power, got the Samoan bloodline for contact. He starts with the Bankstown Bulls as a kid, then keeps moving up the rugby ladder. By 17, he's playing for Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, one of the big teams in Australia. Then everything stops. In 2014, it was 1 week before his first big game when he collapses at practice with the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Middle of preseason. No warning, he just drops. Doctors tell him his heart's broken. He was born with something called Wolff-Parkinson-White. The electrical wiring in his heart's all messed up. He needs emergency surgery to repair both the upper and lower chambers. He survives, but the recovery takes over a year. When he gets back, his body's different. Weight jumped from 324 to 366. 42 pounds on a frame that's already huge. He comes back and plays for a local club while he's getting his strength back. That's where scouts from South Sydney Rabbitohs see him and like what they see. By 17, Jordan's 20. South Sydney offers him a spot on their under-20s team. He plays that year, contributing and making plays, but the coaches aren't impressed. End of the season, they pull him aside. They offer him a 1-year deal for $5,000 Australian to play for the North Sydney Bears, their backup squad. Coaches tell him straight up, "You're too slow, out of shape, can't keep up." They want him to drop another 15 kilos, even though he's already around 10% body fat. Jordan says no. That's when everything changes. You're 20. You just told a pro team no. Most guys take that $5,000 deal, try to prove themselves, hope to get another shot. Not Jordan. His agent sits him down, says, "Look, play a sport that wants your size. What kills you in rugby is exactly what the NFL wants. NFL loves big. NFL loves powerful. NFL rewards explosive strength over running all game." Problem is, Jordan never touched American football, ever. Watched the Super Bowl maybe once a year, doesn't know plays, doesn't know positions, knows nothing. Then he gets invited to the NFL International Player Pathway Program. NFL's got this thing where they find athletes from other countries and teach them football from scratch. Eagles are watching. Jeff Stoutland, the Eagles offensive line coach who builds linemen. NFL scouts see video of him in rugby and invite him to IPP. Stoutland's paying attention. In February 18, Jordan flies to IMG Academy in Florida to work with Coach Aiden Durr. He's got months to learn a sport he never played. He's learning footwork and blocking angles while studying a playbook that feels completely foreign. He's starting from absolute zero with no college tape, no high school film, and no experience. Then March comes. March 18, pro day at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facility where they test guys. Jordan lines up for the 40. 6'8", 346 pounds. What happens next is crazy. 5.12 seconds. 7th best time among tackles at the whole combine. Out of hundreds of linemen, only 6 guys his size ran faster. He runs the short shuttle in 4.67 seconds, measuring how quick you move side to side. For a tackle, that's everything. This time would have been top 10 at the combine. He benches 22 reps. Scouts are looking at each other like, did you just see that? This guy's a freak with elite size and elite speed. But every scout sees the same problem. Guy never played football, no technique, nothing. One team's paying attention, the Eagles. Stoutland knows it's a gamble with big risk and big reward. You can teach technique, but you can't teach what Jordan's got. April 18, and the Eagles got a pick in round 7 at 233 overall. This is where teams grab guys nobody wanted, late round long shots. The Eagles pick a kid who never played American football. Everyone's confused. How do you draft a guy with zero experience? But Stoutland and the Eagles see something nobody else does. They see potential. It's a late round pick, so if it works, you just stole the draft. And if it doesn't, you didn't lose much. Rookie deals 4 years for $2.5 million with an $89,000 signing bonus. Tell anyone at that draft, this Australian kid's gonna be the best lineman in the league 6 years later, they'd call you insane. Jordan becomes the second player ever drafted with zero football experience, but the first to come straight from the IPP program. Here's where most people would give up on his story. December 14th, 18. Stress fracture in his back. He's placed on injured reserve and his rookie season ends early. Then 19 happens and he gets hurt again. Back injury in September of 19 and he's on IR again. 2 years with 0 starts and 0 meaningful games. From the outside, this looks like a wasted pick, a bust, another international gamble that didn't work out. But here's what nobody sees. Those 2 years become huge. He's getting paid to train with Jeff Stoutland every single day. Not in games, but in the lab. He's learning the Eagles playbook without the pressure of live game moments. He's picking up technique while sitting on the sideline. He's not getting wrecked by veteran pass rushers because he's still learning. He's developing in silence. By the time he finally takes the field in September 20 against Washington, he's ready. His NFL debut on live television against actual NFL defensive ends who have been doing this their whole lives. His first start comes in week 4 of the same season against San Francisco. Then something happens that nobody expected. From week 11 on, he's grading out as a top 15 tackle in the entire NFL in his first year of actually playing. From 0 experience to top 15 in 1 year of playing. The Eagles see what they built. They know this kid's the real deal. On September 11th, 21, they give Jordan a 4-year extension for $64 million with $40 million guaranteed. He's locked in for real now. The next few years, he gets better every season. He's not just surviving the league anymore, he's becoming one of the best at his position. Scouts are noticing and other teams see it. The Eagles are smiling. Then 24 arrives. 24 is the year Jordan Mailata stops being a good left tackle and becomes the single best offensive lineman in professional football. Pro Football Focus names him their best offensive lineman for the entire 24 season. Not second team, not honorable mention, but the best in the entire NFL. His grade is 95.8 overall. 95.8. In a league with hundreds of linemen, only one guy gets graded that high. That grade's the second highest ever given to an offensive lineman in PFF history since 06. Only Trent Williams in 21 scored higher. Here's the thing about 24. He's elite at everything. He's not dominating one thing and struggling at another. He's crushing it all. 91.7 on pass protection and 94.9 on run blocking. He's the only tackle in the entire league that year to hit 90 plus in both categories. Watch the film. Outside zone runs, he's pancaking guys. Defensive ends coming hard off the edge, he's already positioned and already waiting. It looks easy when you watch it, but it's not. In 406 pass blocking snaps, he allowed 1 sack and just 13 total pressures all season. 400 passes he's protecting and something got through 1 time. The numbers back it up. He ranked first among all offensive linemen in 24 as the most valuable lineman in professional football. He's not just good, he's dominant. And the Eagles know what they got. On April 4th, 24, they signed him to a 3-year, $66 million extension for $22 million a year, with $48 million guaranteed. When he signed that deal, he was the 4th highest paid left tackle in football. By October 25, other guys got paid and he dropped to 8th, but that doesn't change what he did on the field. But the real test wasn't the grade and it wasn't the money, it was coming. February 9th, 2025, New Orleans, Super Bowl 59 between the Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs. Jordan Mailata lines up at left tackle. He's not a backup. He's not hoping to get in. He's a starter. This is his moment. The game starts and the Eagles come out in control. The offense is moving. The run game's working. And Mailata's doing his job every play, every snap. The Kansas City Chiefs can't find an answer. The defense is frustrated. Mahomes can't get anything going, and the Eagles' offense won't quit. The Eagles lead 24-0 at halftime. Final score is 40-22 Eagles. When that final whistle blows, something historic happens. Jordan becomes the first Australian to start in and win a Super Bowl. Not just play in one, not just get a ring while on injured reserve, but start and play every snap and win it. He's on the field with green and white confetti falling and his boys around him, his country watching from the other side of the world. Back home in Australia, his mothers, his brothers, everyone from Bankstown is watching. A kid who got told he was too slow, too big, too out of shape, just proved them all wrong on the biggest stage in sports. But Jordan's impact goes way beyond football. He goes on The Masked Singer, the US version on Fox for season 7, and performs as Thingamabob. Sings Bon Jovi, Ed Sheeran, and MKTO. Gets eliminated in March of 22, but shows he's got personality beyond football. Summer 23, he marries Nikki in Maui. At the wedding, during the father-daughter dance, Jordan performs Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder for her, with Jalen Hurts and Lane Johnson watching. He's got deals with Johnny Big, an Australian clothing company for big guys that he's been with since 18. But here's the wildest part. He's on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers and mentions he feels Australian, but only has New Zealand citizenship because his parents were born there. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese hears about it and publicly says the government's gonna fast-track his citizenship. A sitting prime minister stepping in to get an athlete citizenship. That's bigger than football. That's about a kid from Bankstown who didn't fit the rugby mold, becoming a symbol for his whole country. When he got drafted in 18, the IPP was brand new, and other guys came through the program, but Jordan became the best offensive lineman in football. That's not luck, that's a blueprint. Eagles didn't just get lucky. They proved good players are everywhere, and you just gotta know where to look. You gotta have coaches like Stoutland who can develop raw talent. And you gotta have patience for a guy who needs years to learn. Every team in the league's watching now. The truth? This isn't just one lucky pick. It's about a kid who got rejected, found a different path, trained like crazy, and became the best at his position in the world. Heart surgery that was supposed to end his career? It changed his body. Weight gain that killed his rugby dream? It became his foundation for the NFL. 2 years of injuries that looked like a bust? They turned into the most important development time of his life. Stoutland saw something on video and the Eagles took a shot, and Jordan didn't just prove them right, he changed how every team in the NFL looks for talent. From a rugby reject in Bankstown, to the best offensive lineman in football, to a Super Bowl champion in New Orleans. That's Jordan Mailata, and that's how the Eagles built a championship team, one Australian at a time.